choral singing, musical performances, Qipao catwalking and stand-up paddling in one corner of the bustling city of Beijing, and that's Chaoyang Park. Hello everyone, I'm Stephen Rebay and welcome to another episode of Park Life in China, the series in which we look at how the country's urban dwellers use the beautiful parks on their doorsteps in their leisure time. This week we're in Chaoyang Park because it's the biggest and liveliest park in the Chinese capital. Chaoyang means facing the sun in Chinese, and Chaoyang district is the district immediately to the east of Beijing's old city wall. One of the most striking features of the park is its main gate on the park's south side. You can see it's made up of 5 red pillars. It was actually erected on the 50th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. The golden line and the silver line represent a phoenix and a dragon respectively. They're in the shape of the numbers 2 and 1, which represent peace and prosperity in the 21st century. In ancient times, the area was known for its deposits of high-quality clay, so there were a lot of potters and kilns here. Chaoyang Park was laid out in the 1980s, and that makes it one of the newest parks in Beijing. It's nearly 3 square kilometers in area, and there's always a lot going on inside. With boating lakes, football courts, running tracks, exercise areas, flower gardens and a fun fair, it's always crowded with people enjoying themselves and making quite a bit of noise in the process. A popular location in Chaoyang Park is the Millennium Fountain Square, in the middle of which is the Millennium Water Gate just behind me. In fact, the European neoclassical style of the building at the north end of the Fountain Square with its colonnade here makes it very popular among locals. They like coming here to take photographs and to promenade. That's what these ladies are doing here today.
我是安徽人，黄梅戏故乡安庆的。就是咱们这边呢，好多的这些姐妹们跟着孩子过来，有的是咱们北京当地的，经常在公园里边玩的时候，大家兴趣相投，就是有这么一个模特走秀的那么一个小组织。
哇，我看你今天呢穿那么漂亮的多彩的裙子，这个裙子是什么？给我们西方介绍。
这是中国特色的旗袍，它的造型啊和这个色彩都比较鲜艳。虽然我们是中老年女性了，可是通过走旗袍，我们就觉得，哎呀，我们又年轻了又漂亮。每一次我们把自己打扮得特别漂亮，穿上旗袍就觉得是一种享受，是一种美丽。
因为旗袍能够给女性带来一种很优雅的、很时尚、很高贵的这样一种美感。我们这些伙伴们呢，大家也都是因为呢喜爱呢穿旗袍呢在一起走秀走模，这样呢大家呢感觉非常开心，非常的愉快。我们每年到这儿各个不同的季节，春夏秋冬，它都有它各个季节的美。
It's not just the elderly who come to Chaoyang Park to enjoy their hobbies. Young people too can be seen engaged in their own way of having fun. One of the areas we're going to focus on today is this lake in the north of Chaoyang Park. It's called the Lotus Lake, and the activity that's going on here today is stand-up paddling, which has become quite popular in China in recent years. This is Yuki. She's going to be my instructor for the lake here in Chaoyang Park.
I'm Yuki.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And thanks for having me along, and I'm looking forward to the lesson.
Okay, let's go.
So I see you've got a lot of different boards here.
Yeah.
What's different about these boards, and what kind of boards are right for what kind of people?
Oh yes, there are a lot of kinds of boards, but some of them they are for beginners. This one is wider, you can see. Base part is really wide. So for the beginner, more width means you can have more stable, more confident on the board. So when you are used to this, then you can change to another a thinner one. See, this one is really thin. See?
Right.
Yeah, but this one is really long. Yes, you can have the speed, but this one is really unstable.
I need a wide one.
So you have to make sure this logo always to the front.
Okay.
And try to use your paddle. Hold it. 2 hands. Another one here. Now we use this one like this. Another thing we have to learn is when you go in, how to get on the board.
No problem, because I know how to get out.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, that was great, and it's early in September, so I don't mind falling into the lake. Yeah, okay, high five. I had a great time. What other activities do you offer here apart from paddle boarding?
We have like the sun salutation class. We gather together into the island. We have a little island here. And also we do like the sweat yoga. Yeah, it's just like a kind of the normal yoga, but we move it on the water. Because Chaoyang Park is more convenient. I think people know there's a lot of stuff we can try and play in Chaoyang Park. Yeah.
Wow, with all that I've seen and done and all the fun that I've had today, I can see why Chaoyang Park is such a popular place for Beijingers to come to. For young people, for old people, for families with children, for young courting couples, Chaoyang Park seems to have something for everybody, whether they want to take part in a lively and exciting leisure activity, or they just want a bit of peace and quiet in one of the world's biggest and busiest cities. That's all for me today. Join me next time when we will go to another park in Beijing to see what people are doing in park life in China.